Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the final night of the first season of the Upsurge Premier League Rocket League Season 1. It's going to be a really exciting finish to everything. Coming up first, we have the third place match of Dark Allegiance taking on Revival Esports. But before we do that, let me introduce our color caster for the evening, Coyote. How you doing, man?
I'm doing excellent, Sparky. Thank you for having me. How are you tonight?
Doing pretty well. Really excited to see our matchups. The first one is going to be, again, our third place match of Dark Allegiance and Revival Esports. Dark Allegiance was the number 1 seed from the Octane division, got swept last week, 2 weeks ago, by Northwood. Revival here as they got swept against RBG Esports. So
you said Revival got, you said Revival got swept by RBG Esports?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting matchup to see what happens here. We are going to be casting over replays just to give you guys a heads up. So if there is a little bit of delay between matches, that's why I got to get the replays loaded in and everything like that. So we're going to be doing the best we can. This is the first time we're seeing these matches. We don't know the results. We don't know what's going on in this one. It is a best of 7 because it is the third place match. Our grand finals coming up at 8 p.m. is also going to be a best of 7. It's going to be a rematch between Northwood and RBG, and we saw a couple weeks ago during the regular season, those two went face to face from the Dominus Conference, and it went to 5 games. That was an intense match. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on stream.
But fortunately, tonight we get to watch that one live and in front of us, which is going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm extremely excited for that matchup. As far as the first matchup coming up between Dark Allegiance and Revival Esports, I'm extremely excited for this one. Who do you have? Neither one of us have actually looked into the stats of the replays of who won these games. Who do you have winning this one, Sparky?
It's kind of a tough call. I mean, Dark Allegiance looked very good throughout the whole season, but they were cheesed previously. They ended up changing over to Dark Allegiance mid-season. They played very, very well. But last week, I keep saying last week, 2 weeks ago, they just got dismantled by Northwood. Northwood was playing so much better. They were playing faster. They were more efficient with all of their moves. And that's something we hadn't really seen from Dark Allegiance, being on the back end of things. Kind of being stuck in their own zones. So will we see a change of things? Revival, on the other hand, I saw them a couple times. They look pretty solid. Consistency is there. So I feel like if momentum continues the way that it is, Dark Allegiance is going to go down. I'm going to go on the side of Revival, but I think it's going to be a pretty good series.
You know, I'm going to have to take the opposite stance. I'm going to go ahead and go with Dark Allegiance, specifically because I've yet to see these two teams play, but I do know Dark Allegiance's roster. A few of those people, one in particular, Kaiju, has really impressed me on a lot of his play, whether it was with Dark Allegiance or if it's off-stream play. And I really just believe in his skill as an offensive player. And his rotation is excellent. I'm not too, as far as his teammates, I think it's Dosky and K-Frost. I haven't seen too much of them play in particular, but I am excited to see that. I'm going to go ahead and go with Dark Allegiance taking this one.
All right, so with that, we're going to head... Oh, wait, before we do, let's take a look here. You guys can see the bracket and how we ended up where we're at right now. So again, our finals is coming up at 8 p.m., but first we have the third place match of Dark Allegiance and Revival. You can see Dark Allegiance took down the Wichita Wolves in the quarters and then got beat in the semis. On the other side of things, Revival Esports got the upset over the Huskies and then got taken down by RBG. So again, this is going to be a really good matchup. Really excited to see it. But before we do, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Started with a vision of quality, a vision of uniformity. We took the time to create something familiar yet refreshing, something with a bit of change.
Designed to fit any brand's unique vision.
If you're looking to take your game to the next level, it all starts with your peripherals. From keyboards to keycaps, mice, and more, our friends at Kono have you covered. Kono works with the world's best designers, inventors, and makers to bring you some of the best gaming peripherals around. Kono have been huge supporters of us here at Upsearch and have made generous contributions to our prize pools. If you need to find a new keyboard, check out the Hexgears X1 RGB low-profile Bluetooth mechanical keyboard. You can use the discount code UPSEARCHGG for 7% off your first order. For more information, head over to kono.store to check out all they have to offer. That's KONO.store. Kono. Discover amazing products. The United Esports Association, or the UEA, is a Kansas-based company that oversees multiple products that specialize and operate as a dynamic pipeline within the esports industry, providing shared experiences that directly serve collegiate youth, hobbyists, and amateur video game players at every stage. Starting as a small student group out of Wichita University, the UEA has grown to be a veteran organizer to tournaments and events throughout the United States. They host tournaments for games like League of Legends, Rocket League, as well as Overwatch. For more information, check them out at uea.gg. Alrighty. Oh, hang on. There we go. There's the game feed. So here we are down at the field, ready to get things underway. So our first match is the third place match between Dark Allegiance and Revival. So again, we are casting over replay, so it might be a little shaky at first, just giving you that heads up as we get things started. But then it'll be rolling just like normal. So here we go. Let's get our match underway. Dark Allegiance in the blue, Revival in the orange. So here we go, off the kickoff. It's going to be sent downfield by Zerakalia. Drewski up for it, out of the corner, trying to get it off it, but it's going to be Vegas with it. Past the middle, great play by New York. Very early attack here from Revival.
Drewski did clear off the back wall there. Already seeing some good stuff. I was speaking about, K-Frost and Drewski. Oh, no, lets that one roll in right past him on Vegas' shot. Perfectly accurate.
A really good play. Good pressure here early on from Revival, really kicking things off well in game number one. That first game, though, never really want to look too much into it. It's a chance for the teams to feel each other out, but right now, Revival coming pretty hard. And I said during the pregame, that's something they did really well. We kind of saw the Dark Allegiance squad get stuck in their own end several times throughout the Northwood University series, and we're seeing that throughout the first minute here.
Very clear off the back wall coming off from the guys on Revival Esports. So far, their defense their defensive end on the side of the field, from clearing it out heavy to an offensive pass, the transition has just been seamless. There's a great save coming out there from, I believe that was New York, dropping down from up top of the crossbar. That was Zerakalia taking this ball downfield. Off to Vegas.
Trying to look for the middle, but it's not going to get there. It's Drewski all over the place. K-Frost with a shot, going to be just wide of the corner. Kaishu also following it up, is going to be wide on that one. New York will take control of it as it's now again Drewski putting the ball downfield. K-Frost gets to it first, but Zerakalia there for the block. Drewski trying to pass to Kaiju. Kaiju making no touch there as Drewski can't get the dunk, is now Vegas looking for the counterattack opportunity.
So I was speaking about Kaiju earlier and how I've loved watching his gameplay and watching him with K-Frost and Drewski all play together. It seems like they're clicking on all cylinders. It's just maybe tiny little mistakes back in the defensive end that's causing them the massive clears that's coming down and just turning in right back into Revival offense. But I really do believe their offensive side, as soon as they start getting some offensive possession, they're going to be able to start capitalizing on some really high quality plays. Hope to see it soon.
Look at this. Speaking of high-quality plays, look at all those passes coming out here from Revival. And Zerakalia trying to get that narrow touch, unable to do it. And the ball just sitting right on the goal line. It finally gets in. Vegas gets a second goal of the game.
What a fantastic read from Vegas there. He was able to continue on that pressure, even knowing that he's limited on boost. But not only that, he was able to continue that pressure going through, even off of a clear coming out from, I believe that was K-Frost in the net, and just continue that smackdown right on the net, slapping that in. Fantastic job.
Big clear downfield. Gonna lead to a goal. Drewski caught cheating up too far, and he's been the man that's really been working hard for the Dark Allegiance side. We've called his name several times, but this time unable to make anything happen there. So now Drewski trying to get the ball to the middle of the field. It's a 50 with Vegas. K-Frost gets in, a great touch. We see the first goal on the board here for Dark Allegiance, just past halfway through game one.
But, you know, it is about time. I think that goal was definitely slightly under or overdue, I should say. That should have happened a long time ago. The defensive end coming out from Revival has just been absolutely just heart-throbbing, pounding. And until they can see, I would say until they can find a way to break through that defense, the gentlemen on Dark Allegiance are going to continue to struggle.
A good play here is K-Frost looking for a teammate. Drewski looking for the crossbar. It's going to be pinched there by Zarakalia. It's a free goal. It's free real estate. He's able to put it right in there, making it a 1-goal lead now for Revival.
Free real estate indeed. K-Frost building a house up on that goal right there, getting one step closer to tying up this game number 1 of this best-of-7 series. Excited to see the next 1 minute and 45 seconds play out.
Now K-Frost still has boost to work with. A back pass here from Vegas. Very dangerous play. Thankfully, nobody there to follow it. Vegas right there in the middle of the field, picking it up. Has to watch out behind him as K-Frost trying to challenge. A good pass from New York. Vegas tries to connect, and that one can't go coast to coast, unfortunately, as now K-Frost on the counter.
Love those coast-to-coast goals. You love to see them. It's unfortunate whenever they just don't go your way. Vegas trying to recover and put that one in on his own. Cannot do it. K-Frost there for the clear.
Now into the corner, Kaiju passing to K-Frost. Some really good connections, and it feels like Dark Allegiance really warming up now as K-Frost taking control of this one with the hat trick. We've got 1:07 left on the clock, and it's all tied up. 1 apiece. 3 apiece, sorry.
Oh, not a problem. K-Frost, you know, that's one thing. K-Frost getting that goal, but also so much respect to Drewski as well. Drewski, as you can see on there, he's got 2 assists, and I believe that was his assist that actually set up that goal for the tie series. Good to see out of this game. I'm excited to watch this one run right down through as the clock and time start to expire.
So now it's a catch here by Vegas and New York working together on that one. The team pinch gets it in on the open net, and that's just a lack of... I almost just rotations. I mean, you leave that last man back for a reason. They just all committed really far downfield, leaving nobody home.
You know, and that's kind of atypical from what you see, especially at this high-level Rocket League, to find a defensive player who doesn't, to find a defense that doesn't leave that deep man back in all situations. There are definitely situations where you're going to overextend, especially in times of tie games and late, especially more commonly late in a series. But to see that was definitely disheartening for Dark Allegiance, I'm sure.
The K-Frost looking for the pass to Kaiju. Kaiju can't get that narrow touch. New York, though, trying to clear it out. Now Drewski going in at it again. Dark Allegiance doing a really good job of getting some pressure here with the dying second. There's 0 seconds on the clock, and it will hit the ground. So game 1 goes over to Revival.
And what a fantastic game 1 to start this series off. Extremely impressive play coming out from Revival. Their offense is just popping off on all cylinders, and you can always tell that whenever you watch a team like that come out, rotate so well, and be able to continue that consistent threat that no matter what you do, you can push as hard as you can, but you're not going to be able to break through that defensive wall. And I think they did a good job in the 2 major cities there, Vegas and New York, teaming up for a couple goals. They're extremely impressive. Not to mention Zarakalia absolutely killing it on Revival.
Yeah, Revival playing really well. They did, though. I mean, they got the 3-0 lead and then gave it away pretty quickly to Dark Allegiance. So I think that's something to keep aware of throughout the rest of the series. Dark Allegiance definitely was able to turn things around. They just one small mistake, and Revival was able to capitalize on it and get the game win. So here we go, down to game number 2. Let's see who's going to be able to come out victorious. So off the kickoff, it pops up. Zarakalia already up there. He beats Drewski to the ball. K-Frost using the backboard. He's going to clear deep downfield, looking to get things started, but New York cutting in. Kaiju right there, and we're seeing a much faster Dark Allegiance squad to start things off. 15 seconds in, and they almost had a goal opportunity.
Oh, that's just going to be so unfortunate and an incredible mistake once again from Dark Allegiance, shooting up too far and keeping too many men downfield. They need to make sure they continue to have that player downfield in the back, ready for those breakaway plays to continue to prevent any more of those open net goals downfield for them.
Drewski looking for K-Frost in the middle of the field, is unable to get a play to him. Now Kaiju trying to at least stall things. He's out of boost, and now Vegas picking it up. K-Frost waiting very patiently on that corner. Drewski pops it off. Kaiju right there in the middle, but he ends up putting it back to his own end. And so now trouble arising here for Dark Allegiance. Drewski with the pop downfield. Vegas will take control, although gets slammed to another country there as he's out of this one. And K-Frost now taking the ball to the orange end.
The man was banished to the shadow realm with that bump, and that shot close coming into contact, and a great save coming out from Revival. Revival's defense doing what they did well in game number 1, which is rotating quickly, but leaving a quick opening there. K-Frost capitalizes. Great shot coming out from Dark Allegiance to tie us up.
Not fast enough. K-Frost a really aggressive challenge there, moving up as that last man. And it works out in his favor because it looked like Revival was trying to get the breakout. We see 2 demos on Dark Allegiance players here, but it's not going to open anything up as Kaiju getting a shot opportunity. Can't get that second touch. And now we're seeing a little bit of unorganized play here coming out from Revival. Hopefully they can get things worked out. Otherwise, the scorers might rally here for K-Frost trying to get another one. Unable to. And so far, through now 1.5 games, he's the only person from Dark Allegiance to find the back of the net.
Is he really? And
Yes,
he scored
he
all
is.
4. So he scored all 4 of those goals in game 1, and he's continuing to have that.
3 in game 1,
Excuse me.
and now the 1 here.
That makes I'm sorry, my math was wrong. But
That's okay.
That's incredible to see, and I'd like to be able to see more offensive play coming out from his teammates. As far as whether it's going to be even just assisting the plays, because I know that I didn't see the stats on the assists from last game due to it being a replay file. But I want to see more infield passing goals. I mean, that's really one thing that you want to really capitalize on at this level is infield passing as the shot comes in, saved off the net by New York, put off to the corner. Kate Ross trying to get a shot back out to the middle, unable to do so, and having to drop back.
Kaiju trying to look off the backboard. It's going to be K-Frost there for it. Not able to get a second touch as he's unable to keep the height there. New York going to try and transition this to offense. Drewski pops it over. Kaiju moving in. Nobody there. It's wide open net, but Kaiju can't put it on target. Neither can K-Frost. A missed opportunity there from Dark Allegiance. An opportunity to take the lead. And now we're still stuck at 1.
You can feel the blood boiling down on the pitch. That would just absolutely that's just got to be infuriating. You can't let that kind of stuff dismantle you, especially with still a tie game. There's still plenty of time and plenty of chances for the offense of Revival to come through. As far as Rivals, they're just doing an incredible job defending their net, getting each clear high, each one as high up as they possibly can to give their players time to get boost, reset, and also to keep Dark Allegiance from taking a quick snapshot attack on them. Very impressive.
So now a big pop here by Vegas. He goes up for it. Kaiju, though, wins that one by a country mile. And now New York heading downfield with it. Only K-Frost back. The pass comes to the middle of the field. Good read by New York off the corner bounce. He gets the game lead here for Revival. 2-1 the score with 1:21 left to go.
What a good reach from New York. He was able to travel all the way down the field with that ball, read that off the bounce, off the goal. It looked like it was almost going off the post. Hold on, another shot coming in, but the shot coming in from New York that just happened a moment ago was incredibly impressive. Definitely good to see. Unfortunate for Dark Allegiance, 100%.
They definitely were playing a much better defensive game in this one from Dark Allegiance. And what a passing play to New York! Holy cow, the ground pinch coming through with his teammate right there to put it off the back wall. A phenomenal third goal here for Revival, and they are just cruising now in the final minute.
Somebody needs to go ahead and just get me hooked up to a pacemaker so whenever those moments happen, I don't die of a heart attack. What an incredible passing play. Pinch off the ground, off the back wall to your teammate for a shot. What an incredible, that's just an elite level play. Drewski, speaking of elite level plays, and a great read off a bounce off the corner. Great accuracy, top left corner, puts it in the bin.
He's taking advantage of those misses that were going on in the corner. We saw a couple of whiffs from Revival that opened up the net for him very nicely. And now another pass coming in, but K-Frost gets it to him just a bit too off as he ends up popping it high above the backboard. And now another opportunity coming in. Nobody in the net. Good read, though, as New York is there. K-Frost right there on it again. They are just diving in so aggressively from Dark Allegiance. They've got to. And the bar down shot. The net is kind of Drewski. We have a tied game yet again.
What a great shot from Drewski. He has been, like you stated earlier, he's been really the offensive powerhouse of this team, which is which is great. I would say continue if that's what's working for you. If you trust Drewski to continue on with those high level shots, I keep using the word high level, but I don't know any other word to use. Someone who uses that kind of accuracy and play style just to be able to keep putting him in the net, keep on giving him that ball, keep feeding the man.
So here we go, game number 2, overtime. Will we see a 2-0 lead from Revival, or will Dark Allegiance be able to pull out one? K-Frost coming down with it off the ceiling. And it's going to be a huge pop on target. What a redirect, but the post makes the save. New York is there, making the hat trick, getting the 4-3 victory. What a nutty play to set up that goal.
I can't even believe I can't even believe that. New York, what an incredible read off that post. I mean, you got to give the post a lot of credit in that play, but man, New York, his accuracy is just unreal. Speaking of New York and Vegas and Zerakaya, all 3 players on Revival doing incredibly well that game. Their defensive, they left a couple defensive holes that Dark Allegiance was able to capitalize on, but I'm going to say the Dark Allegiance is going to come back here. I think this is the time where they're going to start turning around. You got Drewski, who was doing who's continuing to do an incredible job on offense. I really believe that Dark Allegiance has it in them to turn it around right here, game 3, start switching it up, get their first win of the series.
We'll have to find out if they're able to do so. They definitely have done a great job at sticking in this one. They're doing some really good things when it comes to the offense. The end there, we saw in the final 30 seconds, or even the final minute, when they made that comeback, they were so fast in the rotations. I mean, it is so quick. You have somebody right on top of you anytime you touch the ball. You don't even have to try and clear it. Just anytime you touch it from your own end, there was somebody right there, and they were able to get 2 goals out of it. If they play with that style the entire game, I think it's going to be able to turn it around. They are going to be able to get a game win. But the problem is, sometimes they do it. It's not as consistent. They leave that last man up front, up too far. They get beat. It's wide open net. We've seen it too many times now from Revival, and they've been able to score. And that's what gave them the game 1 win. And we saw them get a free goal like that here in game number 2. So it's going to be interesting. I think if they keep up that very fast pace and they make sure it's consistent, then I think they're going to be able to come out with the victory.
Speed, consistency is key. Jumping down to game number 3. Yes, I rhymed that on purpose. That was a beautiful rhyme. You are welcome. You are very welcome.
So here we go into the corner. Vegas with it. Drewski again right there. Gets a second touch as this one gets sent way out. A quick shot coming out, but it's going to be saved by Drewski. Vegas can't get it through Kaiju, as now New York waiting patiently. He sees Zerakaya. He also sees that he's got some boost to work with. Tries to get the air dribble, unable to make that one through.
Frost running on 0 there, but still cheating upfield. He's going to try to get that corner boost or the pass over to Kaiju. Excuse me, what a great pass coming across to the side, reading Kaiju in the middle of the field. We finally have another player on Dark Allegiance putting in the first goal. I told you this is going to be the game that they turn it around. Let's see if that continues to be the truth.
And what a really good read there. That was K-Frost who set that one up beautifully. It was a 1v2, and being able to kind of make that play, figuring out if you should go for the solo play or pass it off to your teammate. He goes for the pass, and it's such a pinpoint pass. That's what got the goal there. So 1-0 lead early on here for Dark Allegiance. We'll see if they can hold on throughout this game. Zerakaya moving in, looks for the pass to the center of the field. It's not going to get there. New York, big boom to the back wall. Drewski should be able, no, he doesn't. Vegas comes in, taking advantage of the missed touch, and we're tied just like that.
That was a perfect play coming out from the side of Revival. I mean, if you're Vegas in that play, you have to expect the defense to make it clear. But he had so much faith, I believe, in either being able to read the touch coming up off the back wall, that he would angle himself in a position where no matter what happened, if that ball had even just bounced off the back wall or was cleared, it was going directly into his car at the perfect angle for that shot. He was going to take it, and he was going to make it, and he sure did prove it right there.
So now, 1.5 minutes off the clock. We're tied 1 apiece. K-Frost gets in, but it's going to be wide of the net, trying to get a quick touch. And then we see a mistake there on the rotation. Drewski, though, diving across the back of the net, is able to just barely get there. Now K-Frost trying to turn defense to offense. Takes the 50 as Vegas is able to get control of it. Looking to get through Drewski. Doesn't happen as New York has to make a move. And now Kaiju starting to get settled with the Dark Allegiance offense. He's going to make the quick rotation, going for the pass. K-Frost is there, but it's a big boom downfield as Drewski trying to collect it to the midfield line.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of midfield play right here, just in this little brief moment of the game. And I want to say that, it's all kind of on. I'm trying to the best way to explain this. It's on Revival's best interest to keep that midfield game going if they want to continue on and to continue to dominate. But if Revival really want to win, they're going to have to continue to get possession and gain possession, control the ball. Otherwise, they're all, like you said earlier, control and speed. That's literally your two. That's your two things you need to have to continue on to even have a chance of taking third place.
Yeah, that midfield game is definitely a big thing for the Dark Allegiance squad. If they can keep the ball from getting back to their end, that's where they're the strongest. They are strongest in that upper half. But we've seen when they get stuck on defense, sometimes it does kind of tie them up. But Revival is doing a very good job. Their passing plays are very nice. Their offensive rotation is very smooth. And whenever they can get the offense going, it is almost unstoppable, as we've seen at times. But right now, they've just been struggling to get out of their own zone. They're really struggling to get down into the Dark Allegiance end, too. They get to the ball in the midfield, and then it just comes right back at them, as now Kaiju trying to do that. Vegas looking for the second touch, unable to get it. Drewski was reading the touch there. Kalia pass. Kaiju cutting in as nobody is there.
And one thing that I want to add to that is the addition into the aggressiveness on the rotations that you've seen the difference between game 1 and game 3 for both of these teams. You're seeing a little bit more physicality. You're seeing a little bit more boost steals. You're seeing things that are slightly insignificant in the greater game of the name of the game. But oh my goodness, it's significant there. That pass to K-Frost was an absolute monster of a shot. Had to be 150,000 miles an hour, right top shelf.
And then that is now the second really good pass we've seen from Dark Allegiance. It's something that has been present but hasn't really been too effective so far throughout the first two games. Really coming alive here as they've had a couple now. Another opportunity as Drewski looks for K-Frost. Back wall, he can't get it underneath the crossbar. And so still 2-1 the score with 50 seconds left to go.
New York was the final roll and keeping that one out of his own net just as Kaiju was there, getting that read off the post and keeping it out to the side. But kind of an odd play coming out there from, I'm not sure exactly what player that was on Dark Allegiance, but putting that back into their own corner. K-Frost sending this one downfield finally. Now we get another chance to see if Dark Allegiance can take this game, number 3, and rotate everything back on through and get themselves back on track to try to take third place in this tourney.
Really good at 50, goes down to New York. New York tries to get it off the corner, just a bit too late to it. And now we have a hodgepodge going on in the corner as we see all 3 Revival players there. It's a big bomb by Kaiju as Kalia looking for the clear. Has to try and block Drewski. Actually, he gets it underneath Drewski. Makes a really good block. Is somebody there in the middle? It's K-Frost winning the race to it. And a good demo by Drewski opens up the back end of the field. And that is going to be the game, actually. It's so weird not having the countdown timer. But we see Dark Allegiance get the game 3 victory. They get their first one on the board.
What a great job from Dark Allegiance there. And you know what? When we first started even talking about this series, the first player I brought up was Kaiju. But Drewski is one that is absolutely just handling possession on the half of Dark Allegiance so well. And he's been doing such an incredible job. I want to continue to see that, honestly. It obviously in that game worked extremely well, especially with that pass coming from K-Frost. The shot coming from K-Frost, the pass coming from Drewski off the sidewall. I want to see more plays like that. Maybe Drewski doesn't need to be scoring all the goals, but as long as you keep him involved, he seems to really be crushing it out there.
I agree. I definitely want to see more of those passing plays. That is something that has worked so well for the Dark Allegiance squad. When those passes connect, I mean, they were able to get boomers off. It wasn't even like they were like quick shots or clean shots. They were heaters. They were so fast. Unfortunately, because we don't get the replay screen, we don't get to see how fast those shots were. But just looking at it, they're 60+ mile an hour shots. And when they're coming from like your third of the field, like just outside of the box, those are so hard. You have to react before the shot even gets there, before the pass gets to the shooter, because it's so quick. You have to, it's so hard to anticipate where, first off, the ball is going, and second off, how quick it's going to be. So, I mean, those are some really good plays that are working out, and it seems like Revival struggling a little bit to get that figured out here throughout this one. But as I said in the intermission from Game 2, The speed of the rotations really working well for Dark Allegiance. They were doing it much better in that game, and they walked away with the game win. So let's see if that's going to happen here in game number 4.
I'd love to see possession play. I'd like to see here's one thing that I just from an analyst perspective that I keep seeing happen in each one of these games is there's a lot of passing going on, which is great. Love to see the infield passing. Oh goodness, Vegas taking that one right away, getting the first goal, opening up the scoring.
He won the lottery on that one.
He sure did. But the one thing that I wanted to mention was the fact that we've seen so many great passing plays, but also the battle for possession has been really wild. All that midfield battle that happened in the middle of Game 3, definitely just I want to see control. I want to see control, possession, and I also still want to see those passes, but I need to see it more calculated for at least the guys on Revival to have a chance to Dark Allegiance to have a chance to win this one.
It was a really good demo played there by Drewski. Unfortunately, nothing follows through. Vegas, lucky yet again. What happens with Vegas stays with Vegas here as he's got the 2-goal lead here for Revival.
I see what you did there. That was pretty clever. I like that.
Yeah, you like that?
I did. I really enjoyed that. I was like, that was fantastic. Even in the booth here, we're sitting here.
Oh wait, we had a broken rule 1.
Oh man,
boo.
jeez. And the disrespect on the field. This is and Drewski getting bumped out of the net.
He's getting rocked around because he broke the rule 1.
That is too funny. You gotta love that kind of stuff, seeing it on the field and still seeing the competitiveness come out of these players. This Kaiju is going to bring this over to the field for Dark Allegiance. A chance on offense here, but it looks like everybody's going to continue to drop back, and that's switching possession over to Vegas.
So now New York moving in. A very soft touch is K-Frost looking to get it off the back wall, and it feels like almost Game 3 never happened. This is a total shift, just back to that domination that we saw from early Game 1 out of Revival, where things were just going all their way. We see Dark Allegiance just kind of stuck trying to figure out how to get the offense started, and they were able to make it work last game. I don't know what happened, just a total shift of playstyle, feels like.
I agree with you. It does feel like it just kind of they were handling and able to do sorry, excuse me, I'm stuttering so much. The previous game was unbelievable. So much offensive control, so much patience. It seemed like each player, like that Kaiju going in for a ball there that he really didn't have a chance at, while also Drewski was still in that corner, throwing off once again that third man in the backfield for a long clear. Able to capitalize on that one though. Great shot coming from Kaiju. A pass coming off the wall. I think it was Drewski with that pass, but that was an incredible shot.
It was a very good pass into the middle of the field. Good to see that you're always awareness of your teammates is such a huge thing, and you can tell that he knew that his teammate was coming up for it. I think it was K-Frost that got the pass into Kaiju there, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. But now we see 1 goal on the board halfway through the game, but again, it's still Revival has been able to control most of the possession of the game. We'll see if it's going to continue that way. Double commit with New York and Vegas, and nothing going to happen on the counterattack opportunity. We see 2 of them in the same corner. Things just kind of a mess here in this blue corner. Zarakalia trying to get that Batmobile flick. Doesn't get too high there, unfortunately. This is still 2-1 our score.
New York rocking the Finnick as well. Didn't even notice, didn't even have anything to say. Pretty sure the Finnick is what's been known as now due to a couple of people as the pay-to-win car, because apparently it's just so incredible.
It's an octane. It's an octane.
I heard it referred to as the pay-to-win car the other day. It made me laugh really hard. I wanted to share that with you guys. But as far as the Finnick goes, it's a great. I mean, it's if you're an octane main.
Oh, what a thing!
My goodness, what an absolute banger coming out from New York, too. Had to be 80-plus mile-an-hour shot in the top shelf. What a great passing play.
I don't know if Vegas play was a fake or if it was a if it was a miss. But regardless, it threw off whoever was in the net from Dark Allegiance. Beautiful play. Vegas he's feeling lucky here as he tries to connect with New York. Unable to. K-Frost going for it. He's going to roll the dice, but Kaiju back there waiting and able to stop the counterattack for a moment as Vegas going in yet again. We see K-Frost going for demos. Interesting move downfield, but now New York right there once more.
Yeah, trying to alleviate some of that pressure. I know that's one thing that's really gotta hurt if you're on Dark Allegiance, is that offensive pressure coming out from Revival. Not only are they just incredible annoyance if you're on the defensive side of that ball downfield, but it's hard to break away from their attack. So it's he's almost like, I saw the rotation in his mind, the thought process being like, if I can at least eliminate one, give us a better chance to clear out the ball, and then get some of that possession that our dear friend Coyote was talking about earlier in the game.
So now the pressure again building up. What a save by Zerakalia. He uses the post to his advantage right on the goal line to clear out Drewski's shot, what would have been a goal, bringing it within one. Now 30 seconds left to go as Vegas, big clear, but now K-Frost moving in with it, gets an extra touch, gets it around Zerakalia, has no boost, tries to look for a teammate, but good read by New York to cut off that pass, and now a big pinch by Kaiju, doesn't get too far actually, as it did get a little bit of contact from Vegas. 15 seconds left to go, New York bombing it downfield, following it up, K-Frost now trying to get out of his zone.
And New York, Vegas, and Zerakalia, every single player on that team just deserves so much respect. And not even just for the amount of offensive pressure they were able to put on and get that win, but as far as they were able to control their boost management, rotations, and possessions so well. It was an incredible match to watch, and definitely unfortunate for Dark Allegiance there. Drewski, you weren't seeing as much of Drewski's offensive presence that he had in the past couple of games. I hope to see in the upcoming game is Revival now sits on the edge, one game away for taking third place out of the Upsurge Premier League tournament. But as far as Dark Allegiance goes, I really hope that Drewski can get more involved in offensive plays. He was the one player I really had taking more opportunities and having such an impact on the offensive side of the field for the guys on Dark Allegiance.
The one thing I want to see from Dark Allegiance, they did it just like they did in Game 2. They started off really slow, got into the groove of things, and then towards the end of the game is where we started to see that very nice offense, that fast pace, those quick rotations come out. But it was too little too late. They were already down 2 goals with 30 seconds left to go. It's not impossible. It's not easy. But there is a chance. You can tell there is a chance there. But it's, again, too little too late. They need to do that from the get-go. And that's, I think, the big thing that's really holding them back. Revival is able to keep it going at 100% almost the entire game, with a few exceptions whenever they try to get a counter, but then there's a quick challenge. The ball ends up going back to their own end rather quickly. But they have done a very good job at staying consistent throughout the entire game. And that's what's gotten them the 3 wins so far. So will consistency for Revival hold out, or will Dark Allegiance be able to kick it back on into that high gear, octane offense, as you would, to try and steal a Game 5 victory? Let's head down to the field and find out.
That pay-to-win car right there. That Fennec coming out from New York, getting ready for the kickoff. Look at it, so beautiful and shiny. K-Frost and New York on the kickoff, and this is immediately going to go into Revival possession once more off the kickoff.
I got a question for you, Coyote. Then, so
okay.
if the Fennec is a pay-to-win car, but it's an octane hitbox, what does that make like the Scarab or the Merc? That are both octane hitboxes.
Okay. That makes the Scarab the ball, and it makes the Merc. It makes the Merc, honestly. The Merc is probably the most terrifying car in the game, but the most terrifying player in the lobby is Vegas so far. Putting in, I don't even know how many goals that it's been for the night for him, but it's just absolutely slaughtering downfield.
Now Vegas trying to get another one. New York will take that one to the bottom corner, popping it up nice and high. As K-Frost sees Kaiju taking it a little slow, though, as now a big bomb by Drewski, sent right back by Vegas. K-Frost, good pass. What an adjustment in the air to get it to Kaiju. Kaiju going to try and get the goal, but a good read by New York to get that block.
You know, that's one thing I haven't mentioned this game, and I normally mention a lot whenever I'm casting is communication on just communication in general. Of course, we're watching a replay, so the communication's not happening live. But as far as communication goes, you can tell that passing play coming down from Kaiju was total calculation, mechanical skill, and beautiful, intense, and quick communication coming out from the boys. Even though it didn't result in a goal, it resulted in an opportunity to continue the offensive pressure up, which seems to be working out for them right now. They're continuing that on.
And now an opportunity for Vegas to get the counterattack started. Doesn't have anybody following up with him, so Drewski has a little bit of time. And when I say a little, I mean about 2 seconds, as there is somebody there from Revival right on top of him. We see the whole Dark Allegiance squad moving forward. Not going to get that offense going this time, but now a pass into the middle of the field as Kaiju Back wall gets beat by New York. He puts it down right to him. It's now a 2-0 game for Revival.
And you felt for Kaiju on that one. You saw the boost total he had, less than 24. Trying to jump off that back wall and beat New York to a ball dropping that fast. New York was grounded. He's coming off the back wall. I think he knew in his head, he was like, I'm going to probably lose this challenge. Hopefully not in the direction that goes straight into the net. And that's exactly what ended up happening. There wasn't a challenge. It just went straight past him. It's unfortunate to see from Dark Allegiance's defensive side of the field.
So New York, really nice air dribble, runs out of boost. It fakes out Kaiju, but doesn't fake out Drewski. Zarakaya gets in. We'll get that last-ditch effort. Now we see, I think, a goal from all three members of the Revival squad.
Man, that's incredible. I'll say this whole series has been very, very wild, and it's had me on the edge of my seat. I hope it's had all you on the edge of your seats as well. Watching the gentlemen on Revival Esports, their offensive control is just, as we're running down into the halfway point into game number, I believe this is 5.
Yes, sir.
I honestly, I don't see Dark Allegiance being able to take this one back. Let's say and make some massive changes very quickly and capitalize on some mistakes. But that's the thing. I mean, Sparky, you tell me, how many mistakes have you seen Revival be making in this game?
In this game, it's very, very limited for the mistakes that are made, yeah.
It's really hard to capitalize on a mistake that when it's not there, and I feel like that's how Dark Allegiance has been scoring on the majority of their goals have been scored on just simple rotational or mechanical mistakes.
Nice pass there from K-Frost to Kaiju. But yeah, as we were saying during the intermission, the big thing that has worked out for Revival and what has gotten them the 3 wins is consistency. They are so efficient in how they run their defense and how they get out of the zone, how they move on to offense, and what they do on offense. One thing we're really seeing come out from Dark Allegiance, and it's almost becoming predictable at this point, is the infield passes. They come from the wall, they see somebody in the middle, they pass it there. Here it goes again, Kaiju to K-Frost, gets the shot. New York doesn't have to worry about it because he knows it's coming. He goes for the in and out, save it, is able to follow it up. I mean, they're able to make these reads really well because what's happened is Dark Allegiance now has become predictable. They're sticking with the same kind of plays and it's working well, but they're not able to get the goals through because they expect it coming from Revival.
Zarakaya right there just putting a period at the end of that sentence. I mean, just smashing that one in for the 4-0 lead in game number 5. But K-Frost gonna slot one in, possibly on the goal line. Oh my goodness. That is heartbreaking if you are a Dark Allegiance fan. Unbelievably tense moment right there, but great save coming out from New York in the net. He was patient with it. He didn't see the offense coming through. He knew he had time, but as time runs down, it looks like this one is going to go all 4s in favor for Revival, but we still have 39 seconds ticking on the clock.
That one has to hurt. That one sitting right on the goal line. Those are the worst to see. Like, you have it right there, and it's just like, go in, and then you can't do anything about it. But they follow up. They at least get a goal here. 27 seconds, so you're saying there's a chance, says Drewski. 3 goals left to go. It's going to be tough.
Okay, Frost is going to try to push the envelope, is unable to do so, and now it is up to the guys on Revival to keep the ball high and to keep a man back, and possession is the name of the game and will cost the win. As 10 seconds roll down, I don't believe a 3-goal comeback is possible unless it starts right here with K-Frost. Oh my goodness, what a double.
That was a beautiful double touch there from K-Frost. Yeah, so it's over at this point, a 2-4 game with 4 seconds, but still, I mean, what a way to end the series. At least you end your season on a high note with a really nice touch there. But unfortunately, they cannot come out victorious here in Game 5. Revival gets the 4-1 series win. And they are going to be 3rd place in our first ever Upsurge Premier League for Rocket League.
Congratulations to the guys on Revival Esports there. That's New York, Vegas, and Zarakaya. Absolute monster of just absolute. I would say that whole series was so intense. And I kept on believing that Dark Allegiance has this. Dark Allegiance can come back. But Revival just kept on saying no. Their defense was incredible. Their offensive rotation was insanely accurate. The limited amount of mistakes I even saw on the field. I mean, yes, Dark Allegiance did capitalize on a few of Revival's mistakes there, but Revival definitely all deserving of that 3rd place. Congratulations to Revival for taking that 3rd place medal for Upsurge Premier League.
And the one thing, too, to other kind of take note of is up until that last game, Dark Allegiance kept the games very, very close. It wasn't like they were getting blown out. It was just those small mistakes that opened the windows for Revival, and that's what they were able to capitalize on. That's where most of their goals came from. So again, another phenomenal win for Revival. So third place, not a bad consolation here, getting knocked out by one of the finalists. Going to be an RLCS team here in the next few hours, really, honestly. It's like next 24 hours.
It is.
But third place, not bad at all. Very good showing for the first season here. So congratulations to them yet again. So now we have what you all have come for, the finals for the Upsurge Premier League. RBG Esports versus Northwood University. This is a rematch from the regular season. The number 1 and 2 teams from the Dominus Conference. Doesn't necessarily mean the Dominus is the better card. Just saying. But it is the top 2 teams from the Dominus Conference going head-to-head yet again.
RBG Esports, and for those of you who do know this team, RBG Esports, of course, picking up Bing Bong as the roster of these players that is representing RBG and Northwood University. No one to mess with, as Northwood University is coming out of, I believe that's Midland, Michigan. It's a university located up in the northern states. Have some incredible talent that make it this far, all the way out to the finals, and they have one chance in a best of 7 live right here on Upsurge RL to take this championship away from an RLCS contender. What do you think the chances are that Northwood take control of this one and absolutely give it and hand it to RBG?
I think that this is going to be, no matter what happens, I think this is going to be a very exciting series. Both teams played very well throughout the season. We saw in the semifinals, I mean, they were just in leagues of their own. We saw Northwood handle Dark Allegiance very well. Were able to get the sweep. RBG, I mean, you almost kind of expect it from a team that's going to be competing against the top of the top here this weekend. But they got the sweep in the semifinals also. Were able to handle Revival very well. I think the big thing that's going to be a difference maker in this series, and it's going to come from RBG. What are we going to see from Claven? Because he is a little bit of a wild card. So for those of you, if you haven't seen him play, Claven is a very interesting style player. If you've seen Virtuoso, take that, put that on the field here in Upsurge. That's kind of what he does. He'll go for demos like on the drop of a hat. He is a very good demo style player, very physical. You see Daru and Lemon Puppy, very mechanical players. Lemon Puppy, a former pro. He was in RLCS Season 3, so he's going to get his chance here in Season 10, but not worrying about that. But I think if Claven gets into the heads of Northwood University, I think it could definitely shake things up. It's going to be very interesting to see how Northwood handles that physical demo style, because Northwood does a very good job of playing the counterattack. They get some very good offensive pressure, and they also do a very good job of defense, but they're a very mechanical team. We've seen some really good plays come out from these guys, so it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that. I can't remember if we've already said, but they met during the regular season, and RBG came out with the victory in Game 5, so this is a chance for a rematch. There we go. That's the word for it. Northwood trying to see if they can change the result there. I still think that it's going to be an RBG victory, but I think it's going to be a long series. I think we're going to see probably 6, maybe 7 games coming out of this one. What about you, Coyote?
Well, with me myself, you're asking. It's difficult because RBG, of course, being the team that they are, Claven, Lemmy Puppy, Daru, and Hefty, and Maple Syrup also leading the Maple Syrup and Hootie Hoo, I believe, also both in the RBG club, coaching and managing the team. That roster is elite. I mean, that is top level Rocket League. I have yet to see Northwood University play, but also knowing that Lemon Puppy, you said Lemon Puppy actually played in RLCS Season 3, was that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, and there's a couple people who have in the past who I've still remained friends with to this day, who played competitive Rocket League during that time who actually were in RLCS at the same season. And to see players like that continue to play, I mean, that's years. That is thousands and thousands and thousands upon hours and hours and hours of playing. I totally can't see this going in favor of Northwood University, even though I have yet to see them play. I'm not going to say it's impossible. And but Pirates, Buddy, and Noxus, I've yet to see either one of those three play. If they end up coming in, and I definitely think this is going to be a long series because they've made it this far, and they did sweep. I believe you said they swept. Was that Revival?
They swept. Northwood swept Dark Allegiance. Actually, here, let's go take a look at the playoff brackets while we're talking about it. There you go. Yeah. Now you can see how things shook up in the semis. Our third place team is Revival as they took down Dark Allegiance there. And now here we are with the finals.
There you go. And you can see it right there. As Northwood University swept Dark Allegiance in the semis, you definitely know they've got talent. They've got talent, and they're here to play against RBG. I'm going to go ahead and give you an accurate prediction as well. I'm going to say RBG takes this series 4-2, going 6 games long. I'm going to give you as accurate as I can, reading through my crystal ball right now. I just think RBG's got the stronger roster. I mean, when you, regardless of status of where you're playing or qualifying for RLCS, I think the roster of players there, I've seen all those players play, and I just think it's more. I just think that they have the higher chance, honestly.
All right, so with our picks out of the way, let's see what you guys think in the chat. Who do you think is going to take this one, RBG or Northwood? Who's going to be the first champion for the Upsurge Premier League? Before we get to the game, though, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Started with a vision of quality, a vision of uniformity. We took the time to create something familiar yet refreshing, something with a bit of change.
Designed to fit any brand's unique vision.
If you're looking to take your game to the next level, it all starts with your peripherals. From keyboards to keycaps, mice, and more, our friends at Kono have got you covered. Kono works with the world's best designers, inventors, and makers to bring you some of the best gaming peripherals around. Kono have been huge supporters of us here at Upsurge and have made generous contributions to our prize pools. If you need to find a new keyboard, check out the Hex Gears X1 RGB low-profile Bluetooth mechanical keyboard. You can use the discount code UPSURGEGG for 7% off your first order. For more information, head over to kono.store to check out all they have to offer. That's KONO.store. Kono. Discover amazing products. The Unified Esports Association, or the UEA, is a Kansas-based company that oversees multiple products that specialize and operate as a dynamic pipeline within the esports industry, providing shared experiences that directly serve collegiate, youth, hobbyists, and amateur video game players at every stage. They started out as a small student group out of Wichita University, and since then, the UEA has grown to be a veteran organizer to tournaments and events throughout the United States. They host tournaments for games like League of Legends, Rocket League, as well as Overwatch. For more information, check them out at uea.gg. All right, so we are down at Champions Field. What a better place to have our finals matchup. But right now we are waiting for, it looks like Northwood to get in here. I did message the captain. Let me make sure it got through. So yes, he did get it. So we are just waiting on them to join up, and then we'll be able to get our finals match underway. It's going to be a very exciting one. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of teams we see coming out here. Are they going to be a little passive to start, or are we going to just see full force? It's always exciting to see what's going to happen in game number one.
I agree, man. I think that's one thing that always gets me is I've always been one of those people who's like, hey, never trust a game one score line. A game one score line is usually teams coming out, testing each other. But when you're playing at this level, I believe Yeah, even I mean, when you play at this level of Rocket League, game ones can be the deciders as Northwood University joins the lobby and meets us down here. But I totally believe that game one is going to be a massive decider, and as we will see here shortly.
All right, so here we go. Game one getting ready to start. We've got RBG in the blue, Northwood over in the orange. Let's get some hype in chat, guys, for our first ever finals for the Upsurge Premier League. So here we go, off the kickoff. It's going to be Buddy going up against Claven. Claven trying to get through. He goes for the bump, just like we were calling for. He's going to get the physical play started very early. Dario picking it up. Buddy will challenge him. Pirates now sending it deep downfield, trying to use some speed here to get around Claven. Can't get it through. Now Buddy right there goes for the backboard. Isn't able to follow up, but he takes Lemon Puppy out of the play as the offense started to set up here for Northwood.
Yeah, good demo on the back wall there as he followed that one all the way through. But Claven now with possession down the line. Rocket, I'm not even sure what boost that is, but that boost has got me hype as Daru passes that one off to Pirates. The shot saved by Lemon Puppy. Good defense coming out from both teams so far as they test the waters. But I believe things are about to start getting wild real quick as Claven sends that one downfield. It's time for some RBG offense, possibly.
Nope, it's going to be blocked there as now Lemon Puppy trying to see if he can get the offense going. Big pass out to Daru, but Noxus is there. He sees Pirates. Pirates goes for the pass to the middle, but a good interception. A good read by Daru. A 50 in the middle of the air. Buddy will drop that one down as Daru picking it up. Lemon Puppy is being targeted out here. That is a second demo on him here within the first minute as now Buddy trying to get the ground pinch. Claven right there waiting for it. Pirates can't get it to Buddy. Is now Lemon Puppy coming in, backboard pass, good touch by Noxus. How does he see Pirates downfield like that? Almost on target as Claven has to make the save.
Great save by Claven there, and you know, that's one thing that's there's a title in this game particularly held by Noxus, Renegade Cup Elite. If you guys remember the Renegade Cups way back in the day, early on in Rocket League, do not exist anymore. That title is very exclusive. Just seeing that has given me so much more faith in Northwood University. Just seeing the titles they have in RLCS, I believe that was an RF Season 5 Challenger and a Renegade Cup Elite, and Pirates rocking the Rocketeer tag and almost putting in the first goal, coming through, saved by Lemon and saved by Claven. Great double opportunity there. Still shut down, still tied 0-0, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that I have a lot of faith in Northwood University. They've been putting out some massive plays. I'm excited to see how this one rolls out.
They're definitely getting the majority of offensive possessions, it feels like. It almost feels like they're catching RBG a little slow out here, and they're able to capitalize on it. They just haven't been able to get through that strong defense from RBG. Lemon Puppy looking for the dunk on Pirates. Doesn't get it. Great pass, though, as Claven will connect for the first goal of the game. A great read here by Daru to drop it down. Phenomenal offense here from the ESL Monthly Elite.
You saw Pirates was looking down for Noxus. Noxus up the sidewall. He was getting ready to take off. Just read so quickly. But I believe that was Daru who got the, Daru with the assist. Read so quickly by Daru down to Claven, and Claven is just, as you have probably seen multiple times, an absolute monster house offensive player. Regardless of bumps, demos, the whole nine, puts that one in at a fast pace. Incredible play from RBG. They're sending it back downfield for one more try.
So Claven already racking up 3 saves through this one. We still got 2 minutes to go. Noxus won't make contact. Pirates looking for the double. Daru able to stop that one pretty easily, and he ends up sending it into the corner. Lemon Puppy tries to look for somebody in the middle, unable to make contact. Noxus going behind. Daru right there. Low boost here for Claven as Pirates the pass to the middle. Lemon Puppy clears it out. Noxus will make the turn, pops it up, has some boost to work with, goes to the air, beats Claven, but Claven takes him out of the game.
Lemon Puppy now out of the corner, trying to take that one down the wall, met by Pirates right on the sideline. Is Daru going to try to go for another touch? He doesn't. He lets it drop to Claven and saved by Buddy. Good offensive pressure. That's one thing that I've noticed from RBG that they're doing so well is continuing and taking a defensive play and turning it into an offensive play. You see a lot of teams who will just clear the ball, get it out of the half, only to give it back to the opposition. And to see the way that the gentlemen on RBG handle the possession play is just incredibly impressive. And there goes Claven again, like you had stated, the physicality king coming through and getting another bump and eliminating Buddy right there from the map. You are not kidding. He is a demo machine.
Yes, he is. He's got 2 now in this one. I think he almost had the exterminator in one of the games in the semifinals. But a 1-0 lead, still holding through. That just goes to show how strong this Northwood defense has been. And really, RBG has been doing a good defensive effort as well. There's been a lot of offensive pressure from Northwood. But now Darrow looking for the double, unable to get that one through. Lemon Puppy was on the back wall, but it looks like he got called off as you saw him stand away from it. 30 seconds left to go as Northwood's still trying to find the back of the net. A huge clear by I think it was Noxus. Drops it down to Pirates, and it's going to be a shot on. Sorry, it was Noxus that scored. We're tied 1-1 with 21 seconds.
What a massive 1-2. Noxus to Buddy, back to Noxus. That top shelf, top right-hand corner shot, incredibly accurate. Incredible to see. A great job from Northwood University to tie this one up late in game number 1.
So Darrow trying to get the offense going quickly. Clavin taken out. Play Darrow taken out. Just Lemon Puppy. A soft touch, but Noxus out of boost, able to get there. He's got maybe the tiniest amount of time. Darrow with a shot. Big save by Pirates, but another opportunity from Lemon Puppy gets put into the corner. Clavin right there. Lemon Puppy drops it down. Darrow gonna let that one drop. Taking it to OT here in game 1.
More move by Darrow there, because if you notice, Clavin and Lemon Puppy were both in a bad position, so he knew if he kept that one alive, that would have been probably, it could have been, from how the way Northwood has been playing, a absolute lethal mistake to keep that ball alive. Smart decision for him to kill it there.
So now Clavin off the back wall. It's actually going to be Lemon Puppy going with it. Good read there by Darrow to get the offense going. He's off the back wall trying to set up Clavin, but Clavin a bit too far back. He goes for the pass to Lemon Puppy. A good read by Pirates to intercept. He can't get up fast enough, though, as Noxus will have to take this one off the corner wall. He gets dunked on, as now Buddy moving up with it. Clavin will take the boost, trying to knock them out of this one. A good shot. Great bump from Clavin. Open up the lane for Lemon Puppy to come in. But now Noxus with control as he's trying to get it out of their zone. But right now, RBG is just setting up camp right now in the orange zone.
And of course, the caster's curse comes through as that one almost ends up as a Northwood opportunity off of their exchange from the defensive side, putting in an offensive play. Pirates off the back wall. You've got Darrow going up for the pinch off the back. Send it down to Lemon Puppy. Lemon Puppy able to get one touch, but Darrow is still fighting for this one in the corner. This is definitely an intense spot. Lemon Puppy.
Oh, we got a real one.
The respect.
Wait.
The respect.
I'm so confused. Like Darrow hit him out, and it ended up throwing Darrow's positioning off. Let's see this angle here. Yeah, Darrow came in, bumped him, and it threw his positioning all off, and that opened up the net here beautifully for Northwood. They get the first win here of the finals.
That's got to feel good. If you are a Northwood University fan, that was an incredible game. The way it ended in overtime was pretty wild to see those three, just to see how that ended with that Rule 1 locking in and then getting bumped out of position coming from Darrow's rotation. But just take a look at that scoreboard real quick. I mean, look at the shots coming out from these teams. You've got 9 shots from Northwood and a total of 7 coming out from RGB. So RBG putting in, technically, I guess, the higher accuracy is going to go to Northwood, putting in 2 goals out of 9. But Clavin, that pass play coming down from Darrow still sticks out in my mind so potentially well. I mean, Northwood, great job capitalizing in overtime, but they're going to have to continue with that to be able to even stand a chance in the following games.
It still felt to me, after watching RBG a couple weeks ago, that they're warming up still. I think there's more that we can see from them. I definitely know. I'm not going to say I definitely know there's going to be more to see out of them. What's going on, Evolve? Rooting on for Northwood, I'm sure, right? Definitely a very good first game there, as they were able to keep up very well with RBG. So let's see if we get that in game number 2. But I think they're going to kick it up a notch here. Something that we definitely saw in the semifinals. It is a best of 7, KJ. We've got game 1 out of the way. Now game 2 getting underway here. Clavin wins the kickoff. Pirates will bomb it downfield. Darrow able to make that block, as Lemon Puppy can't get the clear.
Does recover though on the sidewall and able to put this one back downfield. The Pirates with a good touch, keeping this one alive in the midfield. Opting for the shot, and Daru is there with the save. He's been doing it all day. Tries to pre-jump and read that shot coming in from Buddy. Buddy took his time on the ball, but now it's Claven's possession. Down the line it goes back into blue territory with a nice massive clear coming out from Pirates.
Now Buddy moving in. He's going to take that 50 with Daru. Gonna look for the shot opportunity. Good rotation by Claven, as now Lemon Puppy trying to get it over to Daru. Lemon Puppy still has a lot to do as he's just rolling with the ball downfield. Daru will be able to pick up that clear attempt. He's gonna take that 50 as now Lemon Puppy moving in off the corner. Gonna get over to Noxus. Noxus back to Pirates. Pirates back to Noxus. The back and forth. We've seen those kind of clears, and that works out really well for Northwood. The give and go clear attempts to be able to get the counterattack started is so efficient for them. They were able to execute on one of the goals that they had in that first game. They're trying to make it happen a little bit more often. They just need to get them a little bit more consistent if they want it to work.
You know, and that's one thing to also mention is the fact that these guys are playing for serious money on the line. I mean, it's a $200 just about difference. I believe I know it's a large difference between second place and first place. And whenever you had mentioned earlier about RBG coming out and being able to pop off on this next, oh goodness, when you had mentioned that RBG was going to come out and pop off in game number 2, there goes Buddy popping it off from Pirates' touch and putting in a shot over the top of Claven, and Daru unable to get to it in the back of the net. That one's going to go to a 1-0 lead for Northwood University.
Very well played there to start things off. They get the early lead. After RBG got the first goal in game number 1, we see Northwood get it here in game number 2. Pirates trying to play a little bit of a mind game with Daru. It's a beautiful 50. He goes back to Pirates. Pirates doesn't get the best touch, as it's going to be now an opportunity for RBG as they get out of their zone. Daru losing control of it. Works out those. Claven coming in. Backboard. Pirates missing. Lemon Puppy there, but Buddy somehow slides that one just behind him. And now Daru's turning defense into offense very quickly. Gets the backboard touch. A beautiful play, making it a 1-1 game.
My goodness. I mean, that is what we came here to see. That play from Daru was perfect. Not to mention on the first play, he did this rotation. He came through and made it a part of his game decision to eliminate the defenders in the net. Got one demo and then rotated back through to capitalize on that play. You can't get better than that. Incredible shot from Daru to tie up the game.
So now will that be the shift in the momentum as Nox is trying to get it out? He's going to keep control, though, as Lemon Puppy can't get a very good pinch off the ground. Playing the mind game. Claven really picking up the pace as he's going to really challenge it there. And now Lemon Puppy heading downfield. 10 boosts to work with. 10 boosts and maybe a dream. That dream doesn't come true this time as Claven will take control high off the ceiling. Daru shot off the backboard. It's going to be Pirates picking that one up as the counterattack starting here for Noxus.
You can see Lemon Puppy there. He just tried to body that ball just to keep it there as long as he can. Good read by Claven. Saw the pre-jumping defender coming through. Trying, or I guess I would say offenser. The offense coming. God, I can't even talk. Whoever the offensive player was coming through on Northwood University, Claven just read him so well, but did not get a read on that. Did Daru as Pirates puts in, I believe that is his first goal of this game, second goal of the night.
Oh my goodness, that's just an unfortunate play. Daru got a great save, but it wasn't enough as he couldn't stick behind it. Pirates just good momentum there, able to get the ball, one more touch. Lemon Puppy gets open space here as Claven clears the field for him. Unable to get that one through. Pirates though, now Claven back into the opposite corner as Noxus will collect the ball.
And Northwood's defense has been so impressive. Just to bring this down to a absolute real standpoint, the defensive play has been incredible, but also so has RBG. I mean, I don't even. There was a play specifically a little while ago where Claven was in the net by himself, and I think it was Buddy who was trying to take the ball down the line and trying to cross him over in the net by himself. And the patience coming out from Claven, it was just rock solid. And I really honestly at this point, I came in with such a strong opinion of RBG taking this win easy peasy. Now it's just an absolute, I have no idea. Northwood has come out so strong, such an elite level squad of teammates. I really don't know how this one's going to go as far as scoreline goes, but man, Northwood has really impressed me so far.
The one thing I've liked from both of these teams, and it's something we didn't see in the third place match, I think might be part of the reason why these two teams are here. They were able to get things downfield, and both these teams are able to get the offensive pressure. They're able to run the clean rotations, play fast, play efficiently. But we're seeing a lot of solo plays coming out from these guys. You'll see they try to look for a teammate right now. Hang on now, Matt thought Buddy gets a second goal on the board here for him. Third for Northwood, and it's a 3-1 lead with 25 seconds left to go.
Man, if you could just read Clavin's mind, you know exactly what he was thinking. He turned that ball off, had possession, and was looking right down the line to see who was across so he could pass it to him. Before he could even think about what was going to happen, the shot coming in from Buddy will sink that one away for a 2-goal lead, 20 seconds. It does look like Northwood has a chance at taking game number 2 as that shot goes wide and saved both by Buddy and Noxus. It looks like that is exactly what's going to happen.
So now in the dying seconds, a big clear downfield by Northwood. And Clavin dropping it down to Lemon Puppy. Lemon Puppy gets a nice touch, but Noxus puts it down. Says, let's end this one. Game 2, they've get their second straight win. The 2-0 lead heading into Game 3.
And what an incredible series we have so far. It's unbelievable. I mean, even randomizing the chat, talking about freaking monster, just mentioning off of Daru's double tap off the wall or the self pass up off the wall. What an incredible angle shot, or just an incredible angle to put a shot in. But Northwood University, I mean, look at the stats wise. That's one thing that I like to look at more importantly. The shot accuracy coming out from RBG was nowhere near the accuracy that Northwood University had. And I believe it was, but that's all because Northwood University had so much possession of that ball. They're doing such a good job of not only getting offensive control and taking defensive control and switching it into an offensive attack, but they're able to maintain that, and they're able to consistently maintain that. And that's why they got 9 shots on target and 3 of those going in with a 33% shooting accuracy. Whereas down on RBG, you're only shooting 6 shots for 1 goal. But look at the saves. RBG's, even though they have 7 saves, they're doing a good job of protecting their net. But the fact that they're not maintaining that offensive, they're not switching that defense over into offense is just going to kill them unless they can switch that up now and change that over. Even if the stat board has expired on the screen, Northwood University, I believe, had a collective 5 saves on RBG shots. So they were putting shots on target, but unfortunately not able to put one in.
All right, so here we go. Game number 3. Could Northwood possibly put RBG on the ropes and on the verge of a sweep? It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Going back to the thought, I was saying something about the difference between this game and the one we just watched earlier. The solo plays is one big thing that we have really seen. We didn't really see too many solo opportunities. You pointed that out during the third place match. We're seeing a lot of like solo dribble plays, maybe somebody going for the air dribble, or maybe one person just trying to get the counter by himself. And it really has shown to work at times throughout this, where, as you said earlier, Buddy had that one dribble play. I think he was playing like a mind game or something with Clavin, almost was able to get that one through. We've seen a lot of Daru air dribbles that set up some really nice offense. And that's just something we didn't see between Dark Allegiance and Revival Esports. And that really is what sets these two teams apart, I think, from those two.
I agree, and that's my thoughts exactly. Actually, that's exactly what sets the third and fourth place match from the first to second. They're able to do those things without even thinking, and it's just consistency, and that's why they got the both teams 3-0 swept the teams they needed to in the semifinals to get to the point that they're at now. But as Pirates now taking possession, I want to see. Of course, everybody wants to see high offensive, high-scoring games, a lot of good defense, but defense is lacking on RBG. They are on the ropes as of now. Nox is putting in a great pass off the back crossbar. Kind of unfortunate for RBG there, but Nox is slapping one in off a pass from Buddy.
And a good read from Noxus. He sees that Clavin goes up for the pre-jump there. I don't know if Clavin was going for the pre-jump or if he was trying to go for the ball, but he sees that he's hanging out really high, so he's able to drop that one underneath. Nobody's back for it. His Lemon Puppy had gone up for the block originally. So a good read as he gets the first goal on the board here in game number 3. Darrow going over the top again. He's been very good with his air dribbles. Goes for a flip reset. I don't think he got it there as Claven moving in. It works as a really nice pass. Good play by Buddy as he clears this one out over to Pirates.
That was an incredible, just an incredible exchange of offensive play. Claven trying to pass that one back down to Darrow, but Darrow finds himself out of position. Lemon Puppy having to rotate in, take possession, 50 in the corner. Off the Daru. Knox is going up, kind of faking the ball. He knew he didn't have enough. He knew he did not have enough boost, and that one luckily off the crossbar there. Claven reading it nicely, able to make sure that there's no oncoming attack. Didn't even have to jump in front and have to flip in front of that ball to get it out cleared immediately. But someone's gonna have to make some. Oh my goodness!
What a dunk! Buddy stealing his money there on that one. Phenomenal read there to get up so quickly as he's just right there on the point of contact halfway through game 3, and it's a 2-0 lead. And we've seen, this is crazy, Northwood is almost shifting their style of play here, and they've got the 2-0 series lead. They're making sure they're not predictable. That's what we were talking about a little bit towards the end of the last series. If you're able to be kind of hard to read, it definitely helps you get a leg up because you can really change things around. And they're doing that right here. They've changed the style from being more of like team oriented and trying to focus on some really good passing plays to get counterattack started. We see them now shifting into just really quick rotations, trying to challenge very early, and it's getting RBG out of position several times, and we've seen both goals come from that.
One person I want to compliment in this game specifically is Buddy. Buddy he's found so many different opportunities, and even with that tag rival series, he was in season 5 rival series player, so he's been playing at this level for quite some time. But to be able to make sure that you know when and when not to challenge, oh goodness. Speaking of the man who's not even involved in the play, the pass from Knox is coming up to Pirates, just interrupted. What an incredible passing play. RBG needs to step up now if they want a chance.
So now 3-0, a minute 37. KJ has a good point here. Who left all these brooms on the field? It's looking like a big sweep. And we even have Morky Moore coming in. Northwood gonna get that big sweep. They still have 2 games to go, though. Oh, we got a Rule 1, so Claven and Pirates are out of the game here. We'll see if they're going to honor that or if somebody will come bump them out. Nox is picking up control. Oh, he goes around Lemon Puppy and Daru. It's going to be a 4-0 lead for Northwood.
Wow. Never. A little bit of friendly toxicity coming down on the field. Definitely everything's a-okay. That was an incredible play. That was just wild. Has me cracking up as that Rule 1 there. Claven, it looks like actually Claven did break it. But of course, when money is on the line, it doesn't matter what rule, Rule 1, Rule 2, Rule 5, Rule 17, doesn't matter. It's rule money time, baby. You're trying to win. I would not... I hate to say this, but I'm not one of those players who would respect it when money is on the line and a title on the line as well.
I don't know. We've seen players in the RLCS honor it, though. So, I mean, if they do it right, shouldn't we? Even if there's a little bit of money on the line?
That is true, and we're looking at a team who's playing in the RLCS, and I think that's why Claven was just like, I'm not gonna, like, no, even though it's of course the stakes aren't as high as the World Championship, you're still trying to take advantage of an opportunity there, and I think he respected it for a minute and then was like, okay, oh my goodness, Buddy's own goal from midfield, perfectly accurate.
What a snipe here from Buddy. I don't even know what happened. I think he was just rotating back, but
he tried to pass back to Pirates.
There was so much time between him and the ball. How did he not get out of the way?
That's, I feel like that was supposed to be a pass back to Pirates, which is where communication comes in. Communication system, everybody who's heard me cast knows, oh my goodness, what a read by Noxus. Good save by Darrow there. But as far, communication is a massive part of this game. And there's so many quick physics-based mechanical objectives that happen at such a fast pace. It's hard to communicate, some of your intentions that quickly, and that's what RBG is facing right now against Northwood. Northwood's able to continuously have better communication with each other, keep this ball alive in offensive possession. Let's see if they can get a consolation goal. No, they will not. Oh, goodness, buddy, sends that downfield to Noxus. Lemon Puppy downing it. Northwood got RBG on the ropes. Daru going for the car change.
So this has been one heck of a series. And look at that again, the shot totals. I think it's been every game now, all three. RBG has had fewer shot attempts than Northwood. Northwood coming out with 13 this time. Now you're getting to numbers that are absolutely insane. When you get towards double digits, it can be a lot. Like 10's okay. If you're getting like 14, 15, you're getting a lot of shot opportunities. You're controlling a lot of the offense. But a really well-played game again from Northwood. Like nearly no mistakes. I mean, they got up so quick, so fast. So, I mean, RBG needs to do something to change. We haven't seen physicality yet. We saw Claven get a demo. It opened up a goal for Lemon Puppy. Is that going to be something that happens here in game number 4 to avoid the sweep? Are they going to go physical? Or are they just going to keep trying to find ways around Northwood?
Well, you know, I want to see what Darrow. I want to see the car change that Darrow switched to, because I believe Darrow was playing with the he was playing with the Octane, I believe.
No, I think he was in the Fennec, because he was in the blue Fennec that was painted with the red paint.
Makes sense. Yes. So let's see what car he changed to. Real
Wait,
quick.
that still looks like a Fennec.
I think he may have maybe even just reset his. He may have just actually just reset just to get a ping reset, a server reset. He may just be suffering from a bad internet connection or anything in between. But regardless, I don't believe that's the case. I believe, yes, physicality, will it increase the chances of scoring goals for RBG? Yes, it will. But I think it's a matter of this team has proven themselves in so many ways, and they're having to do it again. I really believe it's a matter of communication. I really think that's exactly what it is. As you can see there, Daru, he was coming up to the ball. He came up so slowly as that pass was coming across midfield. As I believe, I can't remember who actually set that shot up. And to be honest, if it was Lemon Puppy, the lack of communication is killing them.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're just not on the same page here tonight. Something that they've been able to do very well throughout the season is they just work their way through teams very, very efficiently, as they got several sweeps throughout the season. I think this was one of the few games that they actually took past 3 games. And we see Daru diving in on Claven. Interesting move there, but it ends up going off to the corner. Claven will be able to get there. The Pirates going up for the pre-jump. Claven now on the counter-attack. Great pass from Lemon Puppy. It's actually going to be a shot to the corner as Daru gets in. Double commit now, as it's just Lemon Puppy, the last man back. Buddy will take this one to the air.
Man, Lemon Puppy's been doing a really good job offensively, taking possession to the air, and we have been seeing more possession, more solo plays, and things of that nature here. But Northwood, every shot that they've put in has been assisted. I don't know if you, or just about every shot Northwood has put in. I'm not sure if it's actually every single one, but they're such a team-oriented. I mean, look at the demos coming out, eliminating every bit of RBG presence on the field, sending both players back to the back as Claven and Lemon Puppy have to reset on the goal line. But I really believe that infield passing is going to be the name of the game, man. I was such a big proponent for possession, but at this level, it's hard to say what's going to work best for each team, Yeah,
it's just, I mean, it's different depending on sometimes the day, depending on who's on the field. I mean, it varies so much, especially at this level. It's not like if you're at, like, Champ 2, you can say, oh, just infield pass, you're going to win games. It doesn't work that way at this rank. And we're at Lemon Puppy now, passing it out to Daru. Daru waiting patiently, low on boost, was hoping to get some. Gets it over Noxus, gets it, third body, the first goal on the board, just past the halfway point. I feel like I just went blind there as we zoomed in on the goal explosion. 1-0 here for RBG.
What an incredible play from Daru there. He was able to take such good control, and you know what? Maybe I take back what I said. I literally just, I really don't know. I mean, when it comes down to it, that was an amazing play. Daru being able to take that over the top. Lemon Puppy with the reset shot, getting saved by Noxus on the goal line too. But Daru's, he's been if you've noticed, in every single game that RBG has lost, he still has been the MVP on their side of the field. Pirates faking the flip reset, doesn't even make contact with it. But Daru, it's all about his defense that has been keeping him at the top of the scoreboard. But Clavin putting in a long shot, unable to make contact with Daru there. They're going to have to reset back in the field as now it's back into Northwood University possession.
Daru, yeah, definitely feels like the most consistent player out of this RBG squad. He has gone for so many really good setups. How does he still have his jump? Almost able to get the dunk. A huge save by Noxus, and this one will get cleared out by Pirates. And they can't be stopped by Buddy this time, but Noxus clearing it deep downfield. And again, yeah, Daru, the most consistent. He does the best. He is the guy that is the playmaker when it comes to setting up the other players on this team. Clavin does a very good job. Lemon Puppy does a good job, but he is the catalyst for this offense. And we've seen him on the breakout so many times just air dribble at almost the entire length of the field in order to get a centering pass.
I just mentioned the absolute monster of a save. I believe that was Noxus who just had that save on Northwood University's net. As oh my goodness, what a rocker shot coming in from Noxus off the wall from Buddy straight to him.
Bang! That's all you can say on that one. Bang!
Bang indeed, 89-mile-an-hour rocker. What an incredible play of possession from the guys on Northwood to tie this one up late in game number 4. We could be facing down the barrel of a sweep if you are RBG. Or if you're Daru, you're just going to continue to try to put these balls in the net by yourself.
Oh, there it is. Clavin able to get the lead back just like that. 52 seconds left to go, and they've got the one goal lead trying to hold on. They need to at least slide away with one game if they want to try and make this reverse sweep.
Yeah, they really need to switch up the momentum. They need that momentum shift, you know? It's whenever, imagine yourself, and that's the one thing I always put myself in position of when I watch high-level teams play. I'm always like, you know, imagine you just went into a lobby, or you went into queuing matchmaking, and you just lost 3 games in a row. You're normally pretty upset. You're normally not too happy, no matter what MMR you are. And I'm sure that's what RBG's feeling right now. They're like, we have to win this one, not only for the scoreboard, but also because it's mindset. It's all mindset. And that's such a huge difference maker as Daru is going to try to pass this one down. Lemon Puppy going for the defense of the fullback, I should say, the offensive fullback, trying to get the demo on the net. Unable to do so. Pirate flicks over the top. Back into Northwood University with 10 seconds left on the clock.
So now Buddy picking up a lot of boost. He's got some options. He goes for the air dribble. He's going to get control, able to take the 50 with Clavin. Lemon Puppy moving up on it. He's going to be able to dunk on Pirates. That looks like that's going to be game 4. So the sweep, put your brooms away if you're a Northwood fan. RBG staying alive.
It's good to see, because I did not want that series to end in 4. So far, it's been absolutely incredible. I'm not sure what Daru did when he left. He definitely did not take the MVP medal there, but man, was he all over every play involved. 1 goal and 1 assist. But here's where you look at your shot differentials here. So you got a total of 9 shots coming out from RBG and 6 shots coming out from Northwood University. RBG held way more offensive possession and was able to capitalize more, even though the saves were the exact same on each team. RBG was able to maintain that possession and turning him into those little solo plays. It was absolutely incredible. Definitely had a really good time watching that happen down on the field. I think Northwood University, if they want to take this one and they want to smack and send a message to RBG and take the title, Upsurge Premier Season 1. This is the first season of Upsurge Premier. They want to take that title home with them over a professional level Rocket League team. They need to communicate well. I'm going to say it one more time. They have to communicate well.
It's going to be pretty tough. I mean, the one thing that's really interesting is whoever has the higher shot totals walks away with the game victory. Or at least that's what the trend has been so far. We'll see if they are able to continue the pressure here. RBG needs just another one to survive to game 6. You're just taking it a game at a time at this point. You're not worrying about the big picture. If you think about it that way, you're going to start to get in your own head. But Northwood, they just need to get their nerves under, get them calm, and really focus in on just playing your game. Pirates getting the demo on Clavin, Buddy going for the flick, but Daru right there for it. And I think Evolve, you're in the chat. Evolve is the coach here for Northwood. Lemon Puppy getting in for the first goal here, less than 30 seconds in. But I believe Northwood, I can't remember if they're in the CRL or it's the CCA. But regardless, they've been in high-pressure moments like this before.
This is nothing new to them at all. You know, that's one thing that's possibly just my fault and lack of looking into is Northwood. Of course, I came in such strong. RBG taking this one in such a a fantastic manner. But man, are they popping off now within 34 seconds, putting in 2 goals, one from Lemon Puppy and another one from Daru. This one assisted by Claven off the sidewall. Daru, great bounce shot over the top of all 3 defenders in the net, sitting still, back-footed, not in good positions, not good defensive rotation coming out from Northwood.
So a very early start here for RBG, and it's almost like we're watching a totally different squad, at least through the 30 seconds that we've got so far. But we've still got plenty of time left. Claven going for the fake. He's going to try and fake out Noxus. He does get the mind game on him. It's a 3-0 game here with still 4:12 on the clock. It has just been pure domination from RBG after getting that very small win through game number 4. They're really grooving now.
All they needed. That's all they needed. Claven, what a monstrous play. Double fake, continuing to push that one downfield. What an... Oh, my goodness, and put another one away. Up by 4, not even 51 seconds. KJ Shoot saying Coyote bias. LOL. In the chat. Well, it's hard not to be, because RBG is, of course, is an organization. For those of you guys who do follow the professional Rocket League scene, RBG was... in the rival series last season under a completely different roster. This is actually the team Bing Bong, who actually won the rival series, was signed by RBG.
No, they didn't win the rivals. They qualified for the rival series for this season, but then Psyonix is now making the big RLCS that's going to be the 3 different stages and all that.
So they're technically already what an incredible save from Claven to come in as Lemon Puppy almost own goaled that one, flipping through. But yeah, so they're actually already put through to stage 3, I believe, or week 3 of the open qualifiers for the major events, which I think is super cool. If you guys have seen the breakdown for the new RLCS. Look at Claven doing a good job wasting time with such a high lead, just maintaining control and possession. But it looks like Nox is not going to have any of that as he slaps one down right off the ground off Pirate's pass. Great shot.
I think we saw Noxus do that earlier tonight. He had one of those shots that was a high shot that he got barred down. He gets another beautiful one there. A great pass, though, from Pirates. I mean, he's able to control the car so precisely that he gets that second touch to go off the corner into the middle of the field. He's going to try and get a pass here. Nox is cutting across very quickly. Daru trying to pass to Claven, but Pirates will get control. Lemon Puppy up, so is Noxus. Lemon Puppy gets the ball first, but Buddy looking for the pass. He actually shoots it back wall, and Claven now trying to get the ball out.
Buddy trying to keep that possession up as well. Does a good job. Pirates running out of... Not right. He actually had plenty of boost to recover, but that calculated pass coming out, I believe that was to Pirates. Just could not calculate it, could not put it away. Daru having to chase this one down, put it past Nox is unable to do so. This is still a ball that's in favor of Northwood University. Well, it was for the moment.
Just a brief moment.
For that brief moment, it was.
It does feel like after that first minute, Northwood has gotten back to their game where they're getting a lot of this offensive pressure. They're able to get the passing plays that they've had throughout most of the series. They're just, so far, struggling to find the back of the net because this RBG defense is very efficient, very strong. Claven trying to follow up in the corner. He's going to come down from the ceiling. Derek going for the demo, gets it, but Claven can't get it on target. Following it up with the second touch, he'll put it in the upper corner. And Meswan Jr. says that not yet, they haven't made the RLCS. They have to go through the open qualifiers. Okay. I guess that was a misunderstanding on my part.
That's totally fine, and that makes perfect sense. And as far as being picked up from Bing Bong to RBG Esports and what RBG was with Rapid, Seabass, and I don't remember the third on that roster. But of course, all those players being removed after the last rival series did not do too well. I believe they lost 9 out of all 9 games. Yeah, they lost every. I think they lost every game, and they were all close matches, believe it or not. Definitely sad to see, of course, but good to see that they are at least have to run through the open qualifiers and are in contention of it. And I would say Northwood University, hopefully they're also in the same boat because they have been playing extremely well. But can they continue after being down with this deficit of 4 goals, and these infield passing plays are just going wild from RBG.
Oh, what a read by Buddy to be able to pre-jump that one, but Claven is right there to follow up 6-1. And do you guys hear that off in the distance? I hear the faint whispers of Brazil. We're right there on the verge.
It's weird. There's a country that's like directly south of me that looks like it's about to pop up on the screen. We're not 100% sure yet, but we're gonna find out very shortly. Oh, good demo from Buddy opening up the net for Pirates.
I think we were just hearing things. It didn't. Nobody was actually there saying Brazil.
Yeah, no one was actually. It was. Yeah, someone said something that sounded like Brazil, like 6-2, I think is what they said, and then we were just
obviously.
like, oh, yeah, there's a misunderstanding on the caster end. Not a problem.
So now a minute 15 left to go. Oh, Lemon Puppy with the fake. Here are the party boosts. Yes, that's all they are. I love that the whole team has the party boosts.
It really is. It's the entire team running with the party boost at RBG. It's fantastic to see, man. It makes you bet. Definitely an incredible feat.
So now Noxus takes a 50 with Daru. We're under a minute to go. Claven will send that one off to the side. Of all the effort that we've seen from Northwood, only 2 goals to show. But man, RBG's offense came alive. They were doing everything here right throughout this game, and they got 4 goals in the first minute. That's really where they won the game. As soon as they came out that electric, and they kept it steady throughout the rest of it, the game was over at that point. Northwood could have done anything they could have, but it wouldn't have mattered because this team was just vibing so well, and it looks like they're going to carry a lot of this momentum now from Game 4 through Game 5, and they're looking for Game number 6, but Northwood trying to get a few goals to wrap up Game number 5.
Yeah, now it's a matter of, scoring that goal, even if that is the last goal of the game. Noxus, that's a big confidence booster. Being able to be like, okay, hey, look, they had us in this one, but we showed them 3 times in a row that we were playing better, had better communication, better control, better offensive possession, the whole 9. The RBG taking game number 5 under their belt. Looks like maybe we have someone might need to take out the broomsticks again but put them in reverse, because reverse sweep on the line for RBG coming against Northwood. Northwood needs 1 more game, but look at the shot differential here, and this is one thing that I always love to commentate on.
That's an interesting one.
That's incredible. Northwood University actually shot more shots than RBG, but the accuracy from RBG and the offensive play coming out. I mean, look at Claven. 6 saves, 4 goals, 6 shots. 2 of those goals being assisted, one by Daru, and the Daru and Lemon Puppy goals were actually assisted from each other. So Claven, 4 goals by himself?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the way to spell carry is CLAVEN. I mean, he put RBG on his back and dominated that game. I know Lemon Puppy and Daru they put in a lot of really good plays, but Claven, I mean, just putting up the performance of a lifetime here with 4 goals, 6 saves is phenomenal. I mean, it's not very often you see that many saves in a game.
That is totally true, and even rocking that ESL Monthly Elite goes back even, I believe ESL Monthly Elite, not sure when Claven, of course, got that tag, but that could be as old as the Renegade Cup Elite from Noxus on Northwood. I mean, you have a lobby full of just, I would say top 1,000, top 500 players in the world playing in the game right now. Northwood University, absolutely killer. And I did a lot of research on Northwood, or did as much research as I possibly could. What a good save from Lemon Puppy. But I did as much research as I possibly could on Northwood University, and their esports program that they take at Northwood is really, really prominent. They have a very good esports program. So any of you guys looking to go to school, maybe you take a Rocket League ride to a full ride scholarship, take a look at Northwood.
So now as we get into game number 6, this could be the one to fulfill the hope of a reverse sweep. Good hesitation from Pirates, but it doesn't phase Daru. A big shot by Lemon Puppy, as now Buddy putting it to the corner to Noxus. A little bit of team bumps going on from between Claven and Lemon Puppy. They're moving in, gets beat by Buddy. Now Nox is trying to get there. Lemon Puppy again following in. We're seeing just a lot of midfield play. What a bomb, but unfortunately Nox is hitting that one wide of the corner of the net.
You know, that one broke his heart. That one broke Nox's heart. Especially in a situation where you're still tied 0-0 and you're trying to make a statement coming back from that loss. That has got to be just absolutely unbearable. And now it's back in Lemon Puppy's favor as he's going to be able to 50 that one off. And now Daru with the possession, grabbing the boost, waiting for Nox's touch, reads it perfectly, but Pirates with the save. The potential clear coming through. Lemon Puppy actually able to follow that one up, and there comes the clear heavy from Buddy back to Claven. Claven with the possession, trying to gain possession.
So it looks like Lemon Puppy will pick this one up. Claven will be on the other side of the field for him. He gets the touch, but Pirates is there. Nobody else to follow as Daru trying to put it off to Claven. Oh, a little bit of team confusion as Pirates takes it up and Nox has had to back off. Lemon Puppy pops it nice and high. A lot of boost. What's he got up his sleeve? Goes for the flip reset, but Noxus will be able to bump it out of the way. Crossbar saves that one as Daru takes the 50 with Pirates. And now it looks like Noxus will be able to at least clear the pressure. But that's about all, as now Pirates having to send it over to Buddy.
Northwood doing a really good job of the defensive stance there. I mean, they'd be able not to break during that situation. You had three separate attacks come on you really quickly from all three players on RBG, and able to just to maintain chill, maintain cool. ABCs, baby, always be cool. Always be cool. And they did a good job of showing that right there in that defensive stand. Against RBG. Lemon Puppy, though, trying to get the touch off to the side. The shot from Pirates is just too weak, and Daru with the save, taking the possession downfield is
That's
now
unfortunate
back.
there, because Pirates, he went back for the mid boost. If that boost had been there, he would have been able to get a harder shot. That would have been an easy goal as it was wide open. And now he tries to counter here with Buddy. Buddy, shot for the opposite corner. It gets her Claven, but the post makes a stop. We've been through 3 minutes, and Lemon Puppy own goals. That gets the first goal on the board here for Northwood.
Wow, that's completely, terribly unfortunate. Lemon Puppy just trying to get the bump on Noxus and even just dispossess him. Ends up putting it in his own net. Unfortunate touch from Lemon Puppy there, giving Northwood the lead. 3 minutes have gone by in game number 6. As RBG looking to close out on a reverse sweep, but Northwood looking to close this out early.
Well, you said 6 games.
You
were
say
calling
6
for the
games.
4-2 victory, but for RBG, you might get half your prediction right.
I may.
We'll see as Daru coming in from the pass from Lemon Puppy, almost able to get that one on target. It's just a bit high, though. Claven coming in, unable to do anything. Lemon Puppy, good pressure, but Buddy reads that one like a book. Noxus up, trying to hit it to Pirates. Pirates off the back wall shot, but big save by Daru. A double commit between Daru and Lemon Puppy, as now Claven just trying to get this one out of their zone. Daru up for that one way before Pirates. It's off the back wall, and Buddy has to clear that off to the corner. Now they have some time as it looks to get out of their zone. Daru, the last man back.
You know, and I will say that one thing that I have noticed from RBG is the double commits on the defensive side. Whenever they're in the net, it's almost like it's not a matter of trust. It's a matter of, I guess it is a matter of trust. So it's a matter of trust and a lack of another important piece, which is, of course, communication. And it's hard to do at this speed of Rocket League, but it's important. If you're going to play at the top level, you have to be at the top level. And the amount of double commits I've seen out throughout the series, I've kind of let them kind of slide by, not commented on them, but RBG really needs to fix that, and they have about 36 seconds to do so, or face the loss and lose to Northwood University.
So now 30 seconds left to go as Lemon Puppy making the save on Buddy's shot. Claven, fortunately enough, gets a touch off of Pirates' shot, but now the pressure's still staying on. Lemon Puppy able to clear that one out. Daru unable to get there first, and that could be the one that seals the deal. Buddy gets it 2-0 with 15 seconds left to go.
Wow. What an incredible play from Buddy. Able to read that play, and you just feel for Claven there. He was in the net trying to get that one off to the side. 15 seconds left. The doubts are high, but Daru is still going to try. Cannot get it past Buddy, though. Buddy with the touchdown field.
And so the
Claven,
dying seconds here, 4 seconds left to go. Northwood University is going to be your first ever Upsurge Premier League champions as Pirates keeps this one up in the air. They're going to get the 4-2 victory over the RBG Esports squad. Congratulations to Northwood.
What an incredible series between those two teams. I mean, that was just absolutely just elite level Rocket League. I really, really, absolutely loved that. Northwood University coming through and taking the 4-2 win over RBG. Fantastic play, man. Unbelievable to watch Lemon Puppy, Clavin, and Daru go down to Noxus, Buddy, and Pirates. And the MVP, I'm going to go ahead and just shout out Noxus on Northwood University. That man, unbelievable. That Renegade Cup Elite title must give you superpowers because he was involved in so many saves, so many assists, and so many solo plays that he put through the net that were to continue to give Northwood that advantage consistently throughout the entire series. Congratulations to Northwood University as a whole, though.
I mean, I think it was all of them doing. They all were out there doing a phenomenal job, and it really wasn't one person on that team that really carried them. That was the one big thing that stood out to me. I mean, same with RBG. They were kind of that way, but each player for RBG kind of had their separate role. Lemon Puppy was a very good offensive player. Clavin got out there. He got physical at times and played a heck of a lot of defense. And then Daru was that transition playmaker. He was able to carry the ball downfield. He was able to get passes to the middle when they transitioned from defense. And so it seemed like Northwood was able to make adjustments so quickly and adjust to those kind of plays that RBG kept trying to get on the counterattacks. They kept trying to look for these very almost fancy solo plays where they go up into the air, look for the flip reset, maybe fake it. They go for a pass off the back wall off of it, all sorts of stuff. They just were able to read through so many of those. Phenomenal job from Northwood to be able to come out victorious. And they proved that regular season matchup where they lost 3-2 to RBG was just a fluke. They came out and won it 4-2 today.
What an incredible series that was. I didn't have the opportunity to be able to watch the first series that they played during the regular season, but congratulations to Northwood University once again, showing up and showing out, man. That's one thing you can't deny. When you come out and play like that against a team, RBG came out. It was almost like both teams came out and I knew game number one would be a deciding factor at this level for some reason. You know, I even stated it before the whole series started. Game number one was going to have momentum swinging, and game number one, of course, went to Northwood all the way up to game number 3. They just had it consistently. And I don't know what else to say except for congratulations to Northwood University for taking the first place gold medal and the prize pool for Rocket League's Upsurge Premier League first season.
All right, so with that, we wrap up our first season here at the Upsurge Premier League. Thank you guys for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that follow. You can also hit that notification bell to get notified when we go live with more Rocket League action. You can also follow us over on Twitter at UpsurgeGG. I'm sure there's going to be information about Season 2 over the coming weeks. But congratulations again to Northwood University. And my name has been Sparky, and I have been joined by Coyote for a wonderful night of casting. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.
Take care.
Pass.
Especially the absolute monster of a save.